Hey guys, welcome back to another Sorted George Garage with me, Julian. Today we're on two wheels, not four. I'm going to make a couple of spaces for a friend of mine on his bike for his top rack. They didn't come with the bike when he purchased them. So this is the little baby, a little Kawasaki. And I've just got to make some spaces on that. So here we go. Banging. Right, so what we got here is a Kawasaki ZR-7, okay? Now, what the guy's got is, you've got the pillion handles, okay? Now, the holes actually use, the holes are used for the handles, but also for this bracket, okay? Now, when he bought the bike, he didn't actually get the little sort of brackets to affix that to the bike via these. So, what I'm doing, all right, so if we take that out, what we need is sort of like a bracket that's going to be about yay long with a hole, okay, to fit through that hole so that it can bolt into there. Right, so that's where it's going to bolt to on both sides. So I need to make a bracket or two that length to come out of that hole to then mess about and put that on. Now, as this is a ZR-7, this particular model is actually the last of this model when it was made. Like the last of the naked bike before you had all the fairings and everything else. This little baby is like, it's got 4 carbs, it's a 750cc engine. It's like old school, you know what I mean, before ABS and all the rest of it. So, as you can imagine, trying to get hold of the brackets is a bit of a pain in the derriere. So, that's what we're going to do. So, right, let's crack on. Here we go. Right, so bit of scrap metal. We've got a piece here that is 3.5 inches long, okay, which is going to be ample to come out of there 3.5 inches just to start with, okay. So if that goes in there, you can see where 3.5 inches is going to come out to, okay, and that's a fraction under an inch, okay. So I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces and then we'll go from there. Right, so what I've done now, I've just sort of measured, I'm going to put a hole there, okay, small little hole with that drill bit to then plug weld it onto there, all right, and then I can sort of weld a little bit around the outside as well, around the outside. And then this one here, okay, is going to be for the bolt hole, okay. So I've got one set up in the vise already, and I'm going to drill that one, plug them two, and then I can carry on through that one to go through that one, make the hole so that they all line up. See in a bit. Right, sorted George, here we go. So I've done the two sides, okay, I've welded them on, or welded them together, and I've bolted them in, okay, so that's that job. Sorry about the sunlight, okay. So now what I've got to do, okay, is like an L-shaped bracket up here and here, okay, for the back end of the bracket. So what I've done, I've just put some bolts in, but they're in upside down so that I can use the head of the bolt as like a spacer so I know where I am, okay, like so. Because what I want to do, basically the head of the bolt is going to be acting now as a captive nut so that I can weld it to this bar and then bolt straight down through, okay. And then I've got to do L brackets, like I say, for this part here of the back of the bracket, of the back of the whatchamacallit, so it can sit properly. So that's done. So let me just make some L pieces. I think I'm going to use a bit of angle line out of that for that. Yeah, right, let me get on with that and I'll come back. Sorted. What we've done now, we've got the brackets at the back, okay. This is just sort of pivoting at the moment for me. What I want to do, okay, is sort of get down in here and probably where my finger is roughly. I need to now bend that bracket up, okay, so that it can come up a bit. So it's got a curve to it so that I can then put the captive nut. If you see the way that bolt is, okay, see a bit of a wrong angle. So if I curve it up, it might even have to sort of come up and twist as well, you know what I mean? So come up like that, but also with a twist, a bit of a snake to it, as it were. Then I can put the captive nut on so that those bolts can screw down, okay, into the nuts, and then obviously we'll just tighten up the rear. So that's next. Here we go. Right, so it's about a week later and a couple of cock-ups later. All right, so what we've done now, okay, is I've made this as one 2.5mm thick bracket. Okay, so it is going to be bolted down there, comes out sideways at a 90 degree, okay, and then this can then just bolt straight through like so. As you can see on there, I've marked it up. I've also marked up this one, and I've marked up these two as well, just to tidy them up so that we haven't got anything sort of sticking out with any sharp edges. So I'm just going to go and grind them up and then trial fit them. If they fit all right, then we can paint them. So right, sorted, George. Let me do that instead. Right, so George, what I've done, I've given this a quick clean up, and I'm now going to give it a solvent clean, like a degrease as it were. Something that I forgot to mention just a minute ago. You know, like you get these rubber washers and all the rest of it. Well, if you ain't got any sort of rubber washers, whatever that you can use, what I'm going to use, I've got another piece over there, but this is just a piece of transmission pan gasket. And I'm going to use that as a rubber washer, gasket, whatever, between the bike and the actual frame of this like box on the back, to save a bit of vibration, like, you know what I mean, so there's not too much in the way of vibration. Yeah, little top tip for you, as you do. So we are going to do a bit of priming and a bit of black gloss. That's dead. Okay, not a problem. Right, I'm going to get on a degrease, paint this lot up, so when I come back, it'll be on the bike. Here we go. Right, there you go, guys. This is what I was on about with the little gasket that I've used, the transmission pan gasket. I've just cut it out, used it as a rubber washer, just like a bit of a dampener between. I've done this one, so it's actually underneath the bracket, between the bracket and the body. That way, then the bracket, you know, the actual box shouldn't vibrate too much, like, you know what I mean, because there is already a rubber one there from factory. So right, let's get it on and come back. Right, there you go, that's that done. That's on, all done, all tightened up, brackets on. Trust me, I know Shane, the owner, is a happy bunny with that, and that's what it looks like. This is what I wanted to do, was just sort of trim up these edges. Yeah, there you go, she's on. That saves a stupid amount of money just for a couple of brackets, doesn't it? Right, so this is what it looks like, obviously, with just the little sled thing on there. And what we're going to do now is put that box on, all right, and we'll show you with it on. 2 seconds. I have got the good side and I've got your good side as well. Is it on? Yeah, he's happy. There you go. Right, there you go. Sorted, George. Right, that is on, looking like that. And bless his heart, I know he didn't want to be on camera, but he didn't realise that I've actually caught him on camera putting the box on. But there you go. There you go, guys. That is it of a Kawasaki, what was it, ZR-7? Yeah. That's how you put the old brackets on if you want to make your own box. I hope, guys, that this has been some sort of help to you. You don't have to spend stupid money on brackets when you can make them yourself. You know what I mean? Hey, I messed up. So I remade them. It took me, what's this? It's been, what, a day? Not even that, you know what I mean? Call it a day. By the time you've let the paint dry and everything else, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I hope this has helped you out. I know 2 wheels is not my normal stuff, but helping a mate out, you know what I mean? You do anything, don't you? So, but guys, if this has helped you out, please like, share, hit the subscribe button as well if you wouldn't mind, because it will help this channel grow. And bring in more content like this. And I will see you on the next one. It's Sorted George Garage. Banging.